Equality between the macrocosm and the microcosm. Friends, one of the defects that QM suffers from is similar and consistent with the Spanish saying that all comparisons are odious. Well, that definition seems to persecute and be an aberration that QM suffers from, since it tries by all means to give justification to the events of the microcosm in a totally different way from what happens in the macrocosm, although they really seem to be totally the same. And in this is, for example, the uncertainty principle, which tells us that the more exact the measurement of the position of a particle, the lower the accuracy of the measurement of its speed and momentum. This is totally illogical and impossible, since the measurement of the speed of a particle, or the example of the train in our dimension, is done based on the observation of the different positions, x, that the particle, or the train, it takes in time, t. Without positions, their observation and their adjustments, there is no speed, nor momentum. And vice versa, speed is the manifestation, adjustment and result of positions during a period of time, t. Therefore, it is observed that knowledge of positions is directly proportional to knowledge of speed. However, and to maintain quantum purity and its uncertainty principle, we make our little cheat explanation, saying that with total accuracy of the position, we cannot measure the speed and momentum, since in that fixed position there is no movement at all. Well, of course. Same as with our train, if we take a position or still photo, we cannot measure the speed, since in that fixed position there is no movement. But in this case, what we do is take a sufficient exposure, time or measurement to allow us to find the speed. In other words, and to find it more accurately, we can choose the limit to which these exposure and measurement time periods tend. And if what QM is trying to tell us is that the exact measurement of an event is not possible, then yes, it is correct, but at all levels, both microcosm and macrocosm. We cannot measure the exact dimension of a piece of rope, stick, car, etc. There will always be a limit. But that does not mean that the microcosm is and works differently from the macrocosm. Both are the same, with the same elements, same physical laws, etc. And above all, both are real, with continuous movements, with defined situations, etc. It is not possible to give a probability for a particle at time t of 15% of finding it in such a place, since this indirectly says that for other times they are in other positions, that is, particles have motion and different positions, but they are not in superposition. Unless, like says, thinking is forbidden, and this way you just have to accept the QM guidelines. Therefore, and as I understand it, in a world where it is allowed to think, deduce with logic and understanding of physical events, we can reach the conclusion that both the microcosm and the macrocosm are equivalent and work with the same elements, physical laws and structuring. Well friends, not hig more by now. Thank you.